This is a Lemonbuster's auto inspection of a Chevrolet Impala. Let's begin the inspection. I start with the front bumper here. We got a couple little gouges and scratches. See here? Gonna move on here. Around the fog light, a couple more scratches, imperfections. Got a couple of touched up scratches. You can see the passenger side headlight is solid, but it could use a buffing or even replacing. It's very oxidized. Got some slight scuffing, some scratches, chips. Got a gouge right there by the license plate. Another scuff. Got a couple more gouges and chips and nicks. Kind of typical of a car this age. See, this headlight is also oxidized. Got a light scratch right here. A little tough to see because the car is silver. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the left front fender here. You can see there's a couple of pieces of the pinstripe missing. Got some scratches right there. This here is just some tar or something. It actually came off. There's some marks of that all over the car I've noticed in a couple places, so it isn't so much flaws. You'll see right down there at the bottom of the ground effect, it's more of this, like it's a muck or a tar or rubber of some sort. Just got another piece of the pinstripe missing. Got some scratches on the mirror. It is raining a little bit, I apologize for that. The weather is not spectacular today. See, the windows have been tinted. Owner says approximately about 4 years ago. I don't appear to be delaminating at this point in time. Got a couple of chips on the door handle there. See that black mark there that I'm stopping on there is just more of that muck or rubber or something. You can see it kind of scrapes off. See, we got some light scratches in this area here, right in here. Silver is brutal to see sometimes, these light ones. So we're gonna go ahead and continue on with the back windows here. You see the pillars. This is kind of common of a car that's been from Florida, which this vehicle I was told was from Florida. The heat melts the glue in the sun and it starts to lift up. I actually had a Grand Prix GTP down in Florida in school many years ago, and both sides have this exact same strip, actually curl queued up like a U. Look at the rear door here. See, he's got some light scratches. Pretty good shape. Going to continue on to the quarter panel here. You can see we have a scratch. It starts from the door, runs the length of my finger here, almost to the fuel door. So, it's very light. Got a little bit of peeling paint on the bumper cover. You can see the bottom of the fuel door, nice and sturdy and solid. No rot through like most of the Midwestern Grand Prix, Impalas, Regals all have. Take a look, we have a major discoloration and a slight denting of the trim strip there. Back down the quarter panel there, we got a little nick by the taillight. The taillights are intact. Got some gouging in the trim here. You can see the rear bumpers had some impact on it, and all the paint is damaged and flaked off, and it's in need of repair. Some spider webbing. And it's very fixable. It isn't deformed or anything in that nature. Go ahead and continue on here. See, we just got some grime on the car overall. On the right wrap around here. More gouges on the trim. A couple little gouges there. We move into the decklet area here. See, it's pretty in good shape here. Spoilers are pretty good shape. Just light swirls, light scratches, very typical of a car this age. Go ahead and show it out here. One thing I did notice, we have a little bit of rust starting here behind the weather stripping, as you can see here. The vehicle was hit in the rear. It's definitely had quarter panel work done on it, as you can see here. But the seam sealer job is not very good. As opposed to the factory, which is over here, you can see the difference. So you can see the car has had a quarter panel put on it. See, it's a little gnarly in there. Tail light doesn't fit real nice in general. And then we'll go ahead and take a look in here real quick, as long as we're talking about the quarter panel. As you can see, it's very much had work done to the quarter panel here. They've used some sort of a kind of a more clear seam sealer in that regard. It's also had trunk floor work done. This whole back section was pulled, repaired, replaced. See all throughout the spare tire well. Back into here, they've done work. See, this side is more factory, as you can see. Another thing, these cars are known for rotting out on top of the strut towers. You can see this car is very solid right up in there. It's always nice to see. You can see it right there as well. Nice and solid. No rot through. As long as we're in the trunk, we may as well. The trunk trim is kind of flopping all over the place. You can see the spares there, and also with the jack and stuff. Sorry, there's a basketball back here. Yes, as I said, the trunk carpeting's kind of all over the place here. Doesn't really stay in a place all that well anymore. The exterior of the quarter panel, however, is a pretty nice job. Gaps are pretty good between the trunk lid. Right here the gap's a little on the excessive side, but for GM quality it's not horrible. So yeah, it's a little bit of a big gap there too. A touched up scratch right there. Even though the quarter panel was replaced, it's better that they replace it as opposed to trying to pull it and fill it and do all sorts of that kind of stuff, because that could cause problems later down the road. Down here we got a gouge in the ground effect. And rain stopped, that's nice. See our roof here. Light scratches and swirls, nothing major. We move into the right rear door here now. You can see we got a scratch right there. Got some more of that grime here. Light chips and scratches. This door does have a slight wave to it, a little bit of dent. Could definitely be repaired, a little paintless dent work, nothing major. And the right front door area now. As you see here, just more grime and stuff. Got a couple of scratches here. Scratches on the mirrors. Moving on to the right front fender, you can see we got some more scratches. Got some scratches here. And then coming down, we got a couple of scratches in this neighborhood, and then on the right front fender, right where it meets the bumper, got some scratches, a slight little dent there. This is going to complete part one of the Lemonbuster's inspection of a Chevy Impala.